So I was just thinking about how all of the things that usually get in my way when I want to make a video, all the excuses that I make, all the hurdles that I perceive, they're good. It's a good thing that they're there. So when I feel embarrassed about recording myself in public, that's a good thing. When I'm frustrated by the difficulty of using the editing software, that's a good thing. When I feel held back by the equipment that I don't have, that's a good thing. So why are they good? They're good because this whole idea doesn't work if everyone can do it easily. It's not a goal then if it's easy. It's not something that will give me any reward if it's easy. And so it's a good thing that it's hard. And I just need to remind myself that every single time there's a setback or a challenge, that's a good thing. And it's necessary. And if it wasn't there, then that would be the clearest sign that I'm not actually doing the right thing. So, from now on, whenever I'm feeling a little discouraged or just a little held back, good. Just tell myself that's good. And all I have to do is push through a little bit of discomfort there each time. And I've overcome that particular challenge. And this whole process is going to be little challenge after little challenge after little challenge. Okay, I didn't even know I was hired, but I guess I'm fired. Anyway, each challenge is a good thing. The little challenges that I need to face and overcome. And that's what I'll be focusing on. So the Photoshop video was kind of fun to make. It was only a 20-second video, but I spent like 6 or 7 hours on that thing, which is ridiculous. Most of that time I feel like was probably spent just getting the general technique down for how I was going to film it. I was trying different things, different angles, I was importing in different ways because I was doing a screen recording, simultaneously recording with the camera and figuring out the best way to get my audio. That was kind of a pain. I ended up having the microphone mounted like right in front of my mouth, but just outside of that circular crop of my face. But it was fun, and I think it came partly from I'm just watching so many tutorials on YouTube right now, usually having to do with Final Cut Pro, but I just kind of figured I could do a quick little version of my own. And you know, one thing that's so annoying when you watch tutorials is that if the pacing is off, if it's too slow to get going, boy, it's hard. You just want to skip right to the stuff. So I wanted to do my own version, see how quickly I could get it through. And obviously it's not it wasn't ultimately a helpful tutorial, more of just a dumb joke about how quick you could be in Photoshop without actually helping anybody. I don't know, maybe it inspired somebody to look into doing actions more. But anyway, it was fun. It was a good little challenge. And I have to do more little experiments like that, where I take a particular style of video and, hey, just give it a shot. You know, I'm not I'm not locked into any particular way of shooting. I don't have a viewer base that is expecting a certain kind of video from me, so I'm allowed to experiment, and that's so cool. I'm just looking forward to doing more little experiments like that and figuring out what is the most fun and rewarding thing for me to do. And that's the real benefit to just starting out. I can do anything, it doesn't matter. You know, I got like 10 views and 9 of them were me on that video, so it's okay. I can have all sorts of fun and basically no consequences. So good environment for experimentation and for play, and that's a good thing.
So around this time, I decided I needed some coffee. So I made my way to a coffee shop that's nearby, and they have a open courtyard, and I proceeded to enjoy some delicious espresso and just kind of spend some time playing around with the macro adapter for my camera. And so I was just sitting there and shoving my camera into my espresso cup, and then I started looking at the gravel that covers the ground in the courtyard, and I was pulling up little bits of gravel and putting them on the table and just kind of having fun, seeing what kind of cool shots I can get. This is the kind of stuff that I just love doing. This is something that I did a lot as a kid. Just play with the camera, see what you get, see what kind of perspective can you get that you can't get with your own eye. And this is just so fun for me, and I realized today how little I do this anymore. And man, I gotta get back into this, of just allowing myself the time and the freedom to make video and take pictures for no other reason than my own enjoyment in the moment. Just see what amuses me. And man, this amused me. Part of it was that I was in a good mood. I got to have some coffee, which I really enjoy, and I was in a semi-social place. I really liked the color of the table. It was this teal metal table, and the color and the contrast between the table and the gravel was just really cool. So then I'm pulling up handfuls of gravel and I start arranging them in designs and just getting really close so I can see the texture and the color in the camera, and just getting into it. Made this little miniature Stonehenge, and then I was getting into, okay, what other kind of designs can I do? How big of a design can I make here? And I just didn't give myself any limits on time or anything. I just started enjoying myself, and so I really I had a blast. It eventually started raining, so I had to move the table under an awning, and that was fine. I just kept on going, having fun. So that was a good thing. I realized something, that my brain really enjoys this type of play, this type of activity, where I'm creating something visually appealing for myself. In this case, I'm moving physical objects around on this canvas. And boy, was that fun. And it allowed me to think in a different way. This is a very different thing compared to, say, sitting down with a notebook and thinking. Just trying to will yourself into having a good thinking session. But if I'm able to let myself kind of go on autopilot with a little design task like this, that really somehow allows my brain to float around and operate on just a different level that I felt was really productive and fun, and I got to come up with some fun ideas and kind of chew on some problems, and letting my hands just do what they were gonna do, and kind of let one half of my brain design this little piece of rock art, and let the other half of my brain wander. And that was really cool. So I want to do that more, and I hopefully the the coffee shop didn't mind me sticking gravel all over the table. I cleaned it up afterwards, but it's something that I'd like to do again, and just kind of make that be my thinking time, maybe my video idea time, where I can just come up with concepts, and then I'll have a notebook nearby, and if I get anything good, I'll write it down, and otherwise I get to make something cool, and it's sort of like a low stakes art piece. It's temporary, it's kind of just for me, I'm playing in the moment, and it made me feel good, and I need to do more of that. So this was a fun outing, and I think we're going to be seeing more of this in the future.